Hello everyone, and welcome to the next video on the Road to Abbey Road, which is slowing down, sort of. We'll get to that in a second. Anyways, fairly short video today. Just want to cover a couple little bits of news, talk about where things are currently, and just kind of catch everybody up on what's going on. So if you haven't checked it out yet, the latest song that I did, well, not that I made most recently, but anyways, the most recent upload on the channel under the music therapy playlist, uploaded. That one is online now. Go check that one out. It's a remix of a Depeche Mode song that I did years and years and years ago for a remix contest. It was on a site called Acid Planet, which doesn't exist anymore. The software was bought, but basically the website wasn't. And most of the music that was on there was lost. I happened to have a copy of one or two of the tracks that I did. This was one of them. It was a remix, again, for a contest that Depeche Mode put on through the site and provided all of the samples and everything, and you could add more in if you wanted. So it's that as a song. So check it out. But that was a pretty cool one. Got another one coming out next week. Like I said, the plan is every Monday should have another video, so please go check them out. I'm gonna keep this video fairly short because I'm noticing that the average watch time is only about 2 minutes, which means for everyone that watches all the way through an episode, there's a whole lot of people that are only watching like 30 seconds in. Anyways, which is fine. So, because I got to figure out what content people want to see. So as far as the Road to Abbey Road, the news on that one. So the deadline is in about 2 weeks to submit the portfolio and the application for the school and all of that. However, budget does not look like it will allow for going. It's 15 or 16,000 euro for a year, which is not particularly expensive when you consider what you're getting out of it and the name of the school and the quality of the training and all of that. However, somebody's still got to pay for it. So, and I don't have the funds for that right now. So we'll probably try to catch the next rotation on it, which is fine. Gives me some time to get more practice in and build out the portfolio some more. So I'm okay with that. It's unfortunate, but whatever. Let's see. Got my actual hard copy driver's license, so that's all done now. Exciting there. And other than that, I have several new tracks. So I've started on, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4 or 5 more tracks, more kind of like the last couple where there's a few that are just sort of having fun with other songs and building like a new style of them, but also quite a few that are just original tracks that I'm building. So keep an eye out for those. Those will be progressively released over the coming weeks. 2 of them are basically finished. I'm just kind of putting a couple little touches on there, and several others are still just in the beginning phases of kind of building up the song and seeing how the feel of it will go. You'll notice the camera's a little bit different, maybe, than previous. The other news is my cell phone, which is my primary method of accessing most things and is also my main camera, usually, for recording. Fell while I was on a bike ride. I got a new bike. Electric bike, which is really cool. But first, back to the phone. Dropped the phone, which is fine. I've dropped the phone before. It has a protective case on it. No problem. However, it was then run over by several cars before I could pick it up. So, yeah. It is currently off to an authorized repair place. So they're going to be working on repairing it. Once I get it back, then I'll be back kind of to my normal stuff. The problem is it makes it really, really hard for posting things or editing things because there's a lot of tools I have that are mobile specific So I have to wait till I get the phone back to really kind of pick back up on those. In the meantime, I'll just do everything through the computer. It just takes a little bit more time. It's a little bit slower for certain things. It's faster for others, but whatever. So the bike I got, it's a electric assist bike, which I know a bunch of people give me, oh, cheater. Look, I have a road bike back in the States. It's a great bike when you have a really, really good road to ride on. Here, a lot of the roads are, that you would want to ride on at least, are not smooth roads, but a lot of them are paths. So partially gravel or compacted sand. Some parts are paved, some parts are not. So to really cover any distance, you need something that's a little bit more hybrid. There's also quite a lot of up and down in the hills, which can make long bike rides really, really, really tiring because you might really be enjoying it in one direction and then you turn around and realize you've got to drive or ride uphill for miles and miles or kilometers and kilometers. So having the electric assist, I can choose to kick up the assist or turn it off if I don't need it, if I'm just cruising downhill or whatever. But it's really great. I'm actually riding a longer distance than I would without it, which is nice. So I'm getting the exercise in. It's really tiring. I'm really, really out of shape. So the one last piece of information is this coming weekend is when I have my one-on-one coaching with Scott Burns, voice actor and voice coach extraordinaire. So we'll be going over. He sent me the scripts to look at. They're really, really funny. They look like really cool to go through. Some of them a little bit scary because he's covering kind of the whole range of what can be done in voiceover to see where if you're noticing lights doing weird things, it's because the batteries are dying on the lights. Yeah, like I said, short video. We're almost done. So the scripts cover a wide range, everything from character voices to narration to commercial to you name it. So we're going to run through all of them and just sort of see where the strengths are. So that I can kind of focus my efforts on the voiceover part, and see where I would have the most success. The idea being to have the voice acting, the voiceover business be as successful as possible to be able to support kind of getting some of the other things started. Next up on the list of things I'm going to be looking into is a food truck. There's some schooling and some other. There's a lot more involved in that one that just kind of happens quietly in the background. So it'll be a while before I think I'm ready for that one. Probably a couple months, but it's in process. So we'll see. If it goes faster, great. If not, that'll be a couple days a week for that. So the idea is if I can do that a couple days a week, and I can have the voiceover a few days a week. The music. If that ends up being a thing where it provides even a minimal amount of some sort of supplementary revenue generation or whatever, I'm just trying to, be as diverse as possible in the different paths I'm taking, and whatever works out great. Whatever doesn't, then it doesn't. But this is a new adventure, right? This is a new path. So kind of going down this creative side, be it cooking or voice acting or music, it's all very new to me from the perspective of actually trying to make any money off of it. I've only ever done all of these things for fun. So trying to turn hobbies into professions is always a little bit scary, but exciting. It's new, it's different. So we'll see how that goes. So if you haven't, check out the latest song that's up. Please like the video if you like it. If you don't like it, then do a thumbs down. But down or up, whatever. The point is the interaction really helps. Before I forget, new logo for Let's Talk JF. Cool, huh? And so that will be starting to be featured on website, my different social media platforms. It'll be on my invoices and all that kind of stuff. But really cool. Yeah. But that's basically all the latest news. Just wanted to catch everybody up. More music coming. More fun and exciting things happening in the coming weeks. We'll keep everybody up to date. And yeah. So until the next time, let's roll.